Sent them to, and we all choked down some stuff you wouldn't believe. And we sent them to Senator Schumer, my friend. He refused to bring the bills to the floor of the Senate. Now, that's when he was in the majority. You really think he's going to allow us to vote on a budget when the politics have changed and his politics? If you do, you're Willie Nelson high. You're smoking some of the best dope God ever put breath in. What appropriations process? All we've got left are CRs and rescission packages. And President Trump's not the first president to ever send a rescission package, is he?
No, sir.
A bunch of presidents have, haven't they? And did civilization melt?
They did not.
No, they didn't.
Welcome to Liberty Trigger. Ladies and gentlemen, patriots across America, buckle up, because today we need to talk about something that every hard-working American feels deep down in their gut. Washington is broken. And Senator John Kennedy just tore the mask off the political circus that Chuck Schumer and his friends are running in the Senate. Now, I watched the Senate hearing, and let me tell you, Kennedy didn't whisper, didn't sugarcoat, didn't play games. He exposed the truth. And as a conservative, as a patriot, I couldn't agree more.
Mr. Director, I want to apologize for the protesters. But I can assure you that under congressional rules and the laws in the District of Columbia, they will be promptly punished and put on double secret probation. You'll probably see them back again today. I think the president's demonstrated that he understands that what you allow is what will continue. We seem to have a problem with that concept. I listened to some of my colleagues accuse you of doing everything but abandoning your children to wolves. They accuse you of undermining the sanctity and integrity of the appropriations process. And I'm sitting here thinking, what sanctity? What integrity? What appropriations process? I'm proud to serve on this committee. I watched this committee last year. We passed 11 out of 12 minibuses. Sent them to, and we all choked down some stuff you wouldn't believe. And we sent them to Senator Schumer, my friend. He refused to bring the bills to the floor of the Senate. Now, that's when he was in the majority. You really think he's going to allow us to vote on a budget when the politics have changed and his politics? If you do, you're Willie Nelson high. You're smoking some of the best dope God ever put breath in. What appropriations process? All we've got left are CRs and rescission packages. And President Trump's not the first president to ever send a rescission package, is he?
No, sir.
A bunch of presidents have, haven't they? And did civilization melt?
They did not.
No, they didn't. Now, you want to know how we got $36 trillion in debt? Just listen to this. Let me tell you what it's like. A majority, and not everybody, a majority of this body, they're all for cutting spending porn. They're all for going to heaven, but they're not ready to make the trip. That's how we got to $36 trillion. This stuff about PEPFAR, oh my God, you're going to destroy the world. Now, there's a part of PEPFAR that deals with money for life-saving care, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And there's a part of PEPFAR that you look at it and you want to say, pass me the sick bucket, isn't there?
Yes, sir.
And you're getting rid of the sick bucket stuff.
Yes, sir.
You're getting rid of $5.5 million to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex advocacy in Uganda, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
I can't believe we're arguing about this. I can't believe we're arguing about this. PEPFAR, we're not denying life-saving care to anybody, are we?
No, and $10 billion would remain for that that funding.
And a couple of my colleagues have made the point, well, this was President Biden. President Biden ate my homework. And these programs have already expired. Some of these are multi-year programs, aren't there?
Yes, multi-year grants.
Kennedy hit the nail on the head. What appropriations process? What integrity? Folks, they want us to believe Congress is responsibly passing budgets. But the truth is, most of the time those bills never even make it to the floor. Why? Because career politicians like Chuck Schumer block them for political gain. It's all smoke and mirrors. Kennedy made it clear. Schumer refused to bring budget bills to a vote, even when Democrats held a majority. Think about that. If they wouldn't do it then, why on earth would they now? This isn't about serving the American people. It's about clinging to power and controlling the narrative. Now, my favorite moment, when Kennedy compared believing in Schumer's promises to being Willie Nelson high and smoking some of the best dope God ever put breath in. That's not just humor. That's raw truth. Because only someone detached from reality could believe that Washington's leadership has any interest in fiscal responsibility. Folks, we are $36 trillion in debt. $36 trillion. That's not just numbers on a page. That's a crushing burden on your children, your grandchildren, and this nation's future. And why are we here? Because too many in Congress are all for cutting spending in theory. But when it comes time to actually do it, they chicken out. They want the glory of heaven without making the trip. Kennedy said it, and he's right. Kennedy also pointed out something that should make every patriot's blood boil. We are sending millions overseas for ideological projects, like advocacy programs in Uganda, while Americans at home are struggling with inflation, failing schools, crumbling roads, and soaring grocery prices. Why are we funding pet projects abroad when our own people can't afford eggs and gas? Kennedy defended rescission packages, reminding us that past presidents, Republicans and Democrats, have used them. And guess what? Civilization didn't collapse. The world didn't end. But now the left acts like trimming wasteful spending is some kind of apocalypse. No, folks. Cutting pork isn't destruction, it's survival. Democrats want you to believe conservatives are trying to strip life-saving medical care. Wrong. Kennedy made it clear. Billions remain in PEPFAR for real health initiatives. What we're against is the sick bucket spending. Programs that funnel taxpayer money into left-wing activism instead of actual medical care. And he's right. We shouldn't have to argue about this. Kennedy raised another critical question. Why are we funding public broadcasting when it's become more about pushing politics than public service? Taxpayer dollars shouldn't bankroll propaganda, especially when we're drowning in debt. While Washington elites play their games, Kennedy stood up as the voice of ordinary Americans. He didn't hide behind talking points or bureaucratic jargon. He spoke plainly. He spoke honestly. He said what millions of us are thinking. Washington is out of touch, broken, and in desperate need of reform. Now, let me tell you my opinion, as a proud right-wing patriot. This fight isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about the soul of our country. Do we keep letting these elites bury us under debt, fund nonsense overseas, and pretend they're doing their jobs? Or do we finally demand accountability, cut the waste, and put America first? America doesn't need more empty promises. America doesn't need more political games. What we need are leaders like Senator John Kennedy, unafraid to speak truth, unafraid to call out hypocrisy, unafraid to stand tall when others cower. So if you believe in fiscal responsibility, if you believe in putting America first, if you believe in leaders who serve you, not themselves, then it's time we rally behind voices like Kennedy's. Because this isn't about left versus right anymore. This is about saving the United States of America from a political class that has forgotten who they work for. Patriots, it's time to wake up, stand up and speak up, and that starts by sharing the truth. If you agree, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. Let's make sure every American hears what Senator Kennedy said, because it's time we take our country back. This is Liberty Trigger, signing off. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.